The Book of Disquiet by Fernando Pessoa, Section 57. And today, thinking about what my life has been, I feel like some sort of animal that's been carried in a basket under a curved arm between two suburban train stations. The image is stupid, but the life it defines is even more stupid. These baskets usually have two lids, like half ovals that lift up at one end or the other should the animal squirm. But the arm of the one carrying it, resting a bit on the hinges in the middle, won't allow such a weak thing to do more than slightly and uselessly raise the lids, like tired wings of a butterfly. I forgot that I was talking about me in the description of the basket. I clearly see it, along with the fat, sunburned arm of the maid carrying it. I can't see any more of the maid than her arm, and it's down. I can't get comfortable unless all of a sudden a breezy coolness passes through those white rods and strips which baskets are made of, and inside of which I squirm, an animal aware that it's going from one station to another. I'm resting on what seems to be a long seat, and I hear people talking outside my basket. All is calm, and so I sleep until I'm lifted up again at the station. 58. The environment is the soul of things. Each thing has its own expression, and this expression comes from outside it. Each thing is the intersection of three lines, and these three lines form the thing. A certain quantity of material, the way in which we interpret it, and the environment it's in. The table on which I'm writing is a block of wood. It's the table, and it's a piece of furniture, among others in the room. My impression of the table, if I wish to transcribe it, will be composed of the notions that it is made of wood, that I call it a table and attribute certain uses to it, and that it receives, reflects, and is transformed by the objects placed on top of it, in whose juxtaposition it has an external soul. And its very color, the fading of that color, its spots and cracks, all came from outside it. And this, more than its wooden essence, is what gives it its soul. And the core of that soul, its being a table, also came from the outside, which is its personality. I consider it neither a human nor a literary error to attribute a soul to the things we call inanimate. To be a thing is to be the object of an attribution. It may be erroneous to say that a tree feels, that a river runs, that a sunset is sad, or that the calm ocean, blue from the sky it doesn't have, smiles from the sun outside it. But it's every bit as erroneous to attribute beauty to things. It's every bit as erroneous to say that things possess color, form, perhaps even being. This ocean is salt water. This sunset is the initial diminishing of sunlight in this particular latitude and longitude. This little boy playing next to me is an intellectual mass of cells. Better yet, he is a clockwork of subatomic movements, a strange electrical conglomeration of millions of solar systems in miniature. Everything comes from outside, and the human soul itself may be no more than the ray of light that shines and isolates from the soil, the pile of dung, that's the body. In these considerations, there may be an entire philosophy for someone with the strength to draw conclusions. It won't be me. Lucid, vague thoughts and logical possibilities occur to me, but they all dim in the vision of a ray of sunlight that gilds a pile of dung like wetly squished dark straw on the almost black soil next to a stone wall. That's how I am. When I want to think, I look. When I want to descend into my soul, I suddenly freeze, oblivious, at the top of the long spiral staircase, looking through the upper story window at the sun that bathes the sprawling mass of rooftops in a tawny farewell.